What's happening, people? What's happening? Here we are. Top of the morning.
Get your itty bitties out.
Get your itty bitties out, he says. It is 12:07 Australian Standard Time, Sunday, midday. What's happening, everyone?
What's popping?
Week 8 is upon us. And
brand new whip just happened.
we were literally just, the reason why we are 7 minutes late, because literally Zach and I were just talking about our own matchup. And we was like, oh, shit, we need to go live. Yeah, we're facing each other this week. And Zach made a couple moves this week.
I did.
He got Mike Gesicki, Trevor Lawrence on his team.
2-quarterback league.
And it's a 2-quarterback league. And I am tossing up whether to start Tyler Lockett or Jameis Winston in that in that flex position.
Either way, I just hope you make the wrong decision.
I don't think right now it's like, is Tyler Lockett going to have that game where...
Totally. Because it's against Jacksonville.
Yeah, is Tyler Lockett going to have that game, or should I just be okay with Jameis's floor?
The thought process is like, they can't keep using Lockett this way. They have to get him involved to win the game, you know? Who knows? All right, let's answer your questions. Y'all know how this works. You ask a question, and then... we give you an answer. If we agree, we'll just say, yeah, agreed, or we'll have a different opinion. Drop a like if you don't mind. Help your boys out. Let's get some subs today if people want to join the community. Michigan Wolverine, I just want to say, first off, I'm sorry about what happened today, my guy. That's tough. That was a close game. And, wow, I haven't remembered Michigan and Michigan State being that like highly ranked in a rivalry in a long time. So hopefully, you guys bounce back. Deontay Johnson or Michael Pittman. Love Michael Pittman this week, but I think we could both agree that it has to be Deontay Johnson. PPR, especially if you're in a PPR league, he's the much better play.
Yeah, he is the target king, it feels like, and he will get targets. This is a divisional game. Steelers at Browns, so I expect this game to be a high-scoring game.
Yeah, and by the way, guys, make sure you let us know what kind of league you're in, right? So is it PPR, half PPR, standard? That's going to help us answer your questions.
Mm-hmm. Carson Wentz or Jameis Winston from Arian. Adrian, sorry, I said Arian.
Arian Foster in the chat. I actually think I would go Carson. Against Tennessee, they've been really bad against quarterbacks.
I'm just pulling up to see where.
I believe Tennessee gives up like top 10 points to quarterbacks. Let me double check here. Yes, they do, and they also give up, I believe, the most points to wide receivers.
Yeah. So
if you have AJ Brown, you should, if you have Michael Pittman, you should be excited about flexing him. But no, I think I would go Wentz. From what I've seen lately.
Yeah, I'm going Wednesday as well. I mean, he's kind of on a hot streak, so you should be fine.
I'm going to have you answer the question so I can try and save my voice as much as possible.
No. Oh, you want me to? I can answer the question. I can read it and then answer, and then you can just give your input if you want to kind of do that.
Yeah.
Khalil Herbert or Devonta Booker. I think we'll both say Khalil Herbert in this one. He's playing the 49ers. What's your thought process on that?
I think this really depends if you're in PPR or a standard or half PPR league. In PPR formats, I might actually lean Devonta. Let me see who does Khalil plays San Francisco. You're right, but Booker plays the Chiefs. I feel like the Chiefs.
So let me tell you my thought process, because I know you probably want to hear this because of that sports bet thing that we were kind of talking about.
Yeah, we have a prop bet that we might do together.
Yeah, so the reason why I'm concerned about Devonta Booker is because I believe, I specifically watched the game last night. While we were playing, I was watching the game in between. And they were up, and
Which game?
The Panthers game.
Okay, right.
Giants-Panthers, and they were up, and they didn't really necessarily commit to the run. And the bet that we were trying to do to go over the 50, it was like 50 and a touchdown any time. I think it will be a bit difficult because I think they're going to be a lot more aggressive. Kadarius Toney looks like he's going to play. Sterling Shepard looks like he's going to play. So that's why I'm a bit hesitant. I see the upside on Booker and why it will be a good matchup with the Chiefs, but they're quick. They are quick to try to abandon the run, in my opinion.
So it's a half PPR. I think half PPR, I would lean Khalil there, but it's close.
Oliver, Australia, what's good? Pick one PPR: Michael Carter, Alex Collins, or Brandon Bolden. I think I might go, for me, let me just double check who Alex Collins plays the Jags. Yeah, I'm going Michael Carter. He's playing the Bengals. You expect this game to be at least the Bengals to kind of take the leads, and they're going to use him in the passing game, in my opinion, a lot.
I feel like he's got a great chance to get like 6 catches in this game.
Yeah, also Jacob Stevens, Daddy Zach, Daddy Badaki was good, brother. Ricky Daddy Jones or Tyler Higbee. I think
you skipped a question.
Did I? Where? Oh, yeah. Let me just answer that one. I think we could probably both say Tyler Higbee. It's that offense is just explosive. Ricky Seals-Jones or Tyler Higbee?
I would go Higbee, yeah. If I had the option, yeah.
Higbee, okay. Also, flex help. Amari Cooper, Marvin Jones, or Javonte Williams. Javonte against Washington. This is a hard one because the expectation at the moment is that Dak Prescott is not going to play. So any of these Cowboys,
which almost makes me, I guess, when I think about the Cowboys offense, like, who am I still super comfortable with? Zeke and Amari. Mm-hmm. Like, it feels like a backup would really target these two stars in the offense. So I think I would lean Amari Cooper still.
Yeah, I'm still leaning Amari Cooper. If I had to choose between, if I'm had a gut decision and I was like, you know what, I'm going to go with my gut, I think I might lean Javonte. But I do agree, Amari Cooper, I believe you do have to start. Ryan, boys, I got a tough question. Let me finish this game of foul.
What's foul?
I have no idea.
I wonder what he's playing.
I wonder what Doritos pick 3. Ridley, McLaurin, Patterson, Chenault, Patrick. I'm assuming Tim Patrick.
That's easy.
And Khalif Raymond. Yeah, so Ridley, McLaurin, and Patterson probably I would have to go.
No question.
Mm-hmm. Andrew, non-PPR, should I go Ridley, Gainwell, or Harris?
On PPR, I think I go Ridley.
Yeah, I think I still go Ridley. I'm just.
Who does Damian play?
Yeah, I'm double checking. That's exactly what
I'm assuming that's Damian Harris, right? Because if it's Najee, you're starting Najee, but Damian plays the Chargers.
Yeah. Let us know who that is. Is that Najee or Damian Harris? If it's Damian Harris, then
I think I'm going Calvin regardless, though.
I don't think I want to, but I think if it's Najee, I think I'm going Najee over Calvin.
Yeah, Najee over Calvin, but Calvin over the rest.
Mm-hmm. Drop your questions in, guys. We don't have that many questions. So
is there any on Twitch?
No, I'm looking on Twitch right now.
Not on Twitch.
It's Damian Harris. Yeah. So
week 8 feels like you guys know what you're doing. You know.
Yeah, honestly.
Feel free to drop any questions. I mean, we're gonna at least be here an hour, I think, and unless there's it's been 20 minutes and there's no questions. But you know, drop your cues. It's definitely getting to the point of the season where people they either know what they want to do or
you just.
Some people are just discouraged and they're not here because they don't want to. You know.
I guess let me ask you a question. What is your upset of the week? We didn't discuss that last week. On Talk It Up until we get some more questions. I'll be honest, I can't really think of one right now. I think
upset of the week. You're not going to take your boys in Monday Night Football?
I want to. I truly want to. That they're definitely on the list. These are 3 teams that I have in mind. Okay.
I know what mine is, but you go ahead. I want to hear yours.
These are my 3 teams that I have in mind. My New York Giants.
Actually, hold on. If you have 3, then I'll just tell you my one.
Okay.
Because you might actually say one of the 3 then.
Okay.
Mine's the Colts over Titans. I like the way that Carson Wentz has played lately. Mm-hmm. And I think this defense is underrated as well in Indianapolis. They're solid pretty much everywhere as long as Xavier Rhodes can stay healthy and stay on the field. I love Darius Leonard. I think he's an X factor. I think this team has kind of started to find its role. What were they, 1-4, now 3-4? So for me, if I had to pick one, I would say Colts over Titans. Can they stop Derrick Henry? That's going to be, or even just contain him.
Yeah, I mean,
just keep him under,
it is a division game, so
80 yards if you can.
It's definitely possible. Every time these 2 teams go at it, that was definitely one of my upsets. So it was Colts over Titans. I actually have Patriots over Chargers, or that could be an option. And then Giants Chiefs.
Wow, that's a big one.
Yeah, Giants
Patriots
Chiefs.
over Chargers.
I don't think it will happen, but I don't know. Last year the Patriots did something, but I still believe in the Chargers, but that's for me that's a long shot. I feel like the Giants have a better opportunity than the Patriots, to be honest, and that sounds crazy, but
really.
Thomas, what's up,
Ayo? What's up, Tommy? What's up, Enrico? How y'all doing?
Mm-hmm. Claypool, Judy, or Smith? Pick 2. I'm going Claypool and Judy. I'm assuming Smith is Devonta Smith. I'm going Claypool and Judy this week.
Well, they play the Lions, so that does make me consider Devonta Smith if that's who he's talking about.
Yeah, I think he definitely.
I think I would go Devonta Smith over Claypool. Claypool's at Cleveland, in Cleveland. That weather is always a little bit unpredictable. I mean, look.
Yeah.
I wouldn't be surprised if Claypool has 120 yards and 2 touchdowns, but I think I'm going to lean Smith and Judy. Are we trusting Jerry right out of the gates?
I feel like we have to. They're really confident in him. He came back early. They wouldn't at least you don't expect him to come off and not go
Something
crazy.
To note here is I think Claypool's dealing with a hamstring issue as well. I was trying to monitor that throughout the week. I wonder if there's any update here on Claypool.
Thank you so much for the follow there on Twitch, Fear.
Yeah, so he's good to go, but he was dealing with a hamstring issue. I think the issue is that in Cleveland, and Big Ben's not really look like himself this year, it's hard because to me, I'm not worried about Claypool's talent or his opportunity. I'm worried about Big Ben. So I think I would actually go Devonta Smith, considering they're playing the Lions. Like you would hope, like come on, like this has got to be the time that it works out, right?
Yeah, I think, and that's what. I get it. I personally think the Lions defense is better than what we expect. You know, they do give up points, but they fight and they're tough. And I think they can lock down Devonta Smith. I don't think he has developed enough to kind of, you know, him and Jalen Hurts to, you know, just torture this Lions defense. But I definitely could be wrong. I think that's why I lean on the upside and the connection with Claypool and Big Ben. I'm
gonna go Judy and Smith there, but it's close.
Yeah, I'm going Claypool and Judy.
And honestly, that feels like a trap question, you know.
Thomas Fant or Hunt? That's a good question. Hunt is playing.
No, Fant or Hunter Henry. Not Kareem Hunt.
Hunter Henry, sorry.
I think I'll go Fant.
Yeah, I think I'll go Fant as well.
He's just more consistent at this
playing
point.
Against his old team, you know. I can definitely see him finding the end zone. And we got a couple questions there on Twitch already, which is awesome. What's happening, people?
First time chat from Fear Shadow. Thanks for the follow. But sorry, go ahead, Jars.
Yeah, Jars. Patterson, Gainwell, Tony in the flex. I think I'm going to go Gainwell.
Really? You're not going to do Cordell Patterson? How do you can't sit Cordell Patterson at this point, bro? There's just no way you can sit him. It doesn't matter the matchup or anything, in my opinion. This dude's getting what? Last week he got almost 20 opportunities. In the week before, he got over 20. I mean, for me, I think Mike Davis is eliminated at this point.
Give me a second.
I think you have to go Cordell. Cordell's like...
I thought Cordell Patterson didn't have the best game last week. I could have sworn he had like 8 to 9 points.
He had 15. He had just under 15 points with a touchdown, 14 rushes for 60 yards, 5 targets, only 2 catches for 1 yard. So the targets are still there. This is a guy who has 5 plus 9 plus 6 plus 7 plus 7 divided by 1, 2, 3, averaging almost 9 targets a game since week 2. I think Patterson's a smash start in every league. Yeah, I don't think you can sit him.
For sure. I agree there. I agree. Fear Shadow. Hey, guys, I just drafted my 32nd man league with a bunch of TikTokers and wanted to tell you my team and have you rated.
Bro. Yeah, drop awesome. It.
Okay.
Oh, looks like he did.
Okay. Quarterback.
First off, 32-man league.
That's just next level.
That's crazy.
Quarterback, Trevor Lawrence. Running backs, Chase Edmonds, David Johnson, Nichols, McFarland, wide receiver, Myers, Waddle, Duncan, Robinson.
Robinson plays for Miami Heat.
Zach Pascal, Chris Moore, and then Mo Alley Cox and Jake Doyle. Look, in a 32-man league, it is bare. Okay, number one. I'm not saying that your team's not good.
Demarcus Robinson. That makes more sense from the Chiefs.
We're not saying that your team's not good, but I'm assuming every single team is like this.
Yeah,
it's bare. It's terrible.
What sucks about this is if you don't get a pick in like the first 12 to 16 picks, you're getting players that are slightly unreliable. You know what I mean? It's very top heavy this year. It feels.
Yeah.
So like he probably had like. What was his first pick? Maybe Chase Edmonds? Like, I wonder what pick you were. And was it a snake? That's so interesting. I mean, look, the team doesn't look good, but that's probably because he had pick 29. Shit. Yeah, that sucks. So I bet it was Edmonds and then Waddle. That was probably who he picked. Edmonds and Waddle. That sucks, bro. I mean, look, I think I've never seen a 32-man league, but no. It doesn't look good. I'm also assuming other teams don't look good. What I would say is whoever has Derrick Henry or like any of these X Factor stars like Eckler or like Swift and like they're probably dominating every week because you just need one player in this league to actually dominate. But it's not a bad team. I would I have never been in a 32-man league. I would rate it like a B-. But I also don't know what the other teams look like, so I'm sure you did the best with what you had.
Yeah, I mean, it's just so hard. I think that's so hard.
Bro, thanks so much for joining us though on Twitch. Like, that's super interesting to see. Back on YouTube.
Yeah, I'm just going back. Is Kenny Gainwell the best option for running for RBs if I need one? He's definitely if you need one, yeah. Why not?
He's actually one of my starts of the week. Kenny Gainwell is.
Justin Young, Goddard or Gronk?
I'm going Goddard.
Yeah.
More reliable.
Well. Justin Young as well.
I would say Gronk is the higher upside play, by the way. But I would lean Goddard for safety.
He needs 2 here. AJ Brown, Deontay, or Mixon in a full PPR.
I think you have to start Mixon against the Jets. Every team is beating the Jets on the ground.
I think
Badaki might see that differently. But, I mean, the Jets give up the most points to running backs. So I don't see a way I'm sitting Mixon this week. Every team beats them that way.
No, I agree. I think it's Mixon and actually Deontay. He gets
Deontay over AJ.
Yeah.
I think I would say the same.
Well, he's
it's
also
close though,
Browns,
but man,
so hard.
You know what? You could be super disappointed. Honestly, it's a PPR league though. I mean, does that lean you towards both wide receivers?
That's what I thought as well, because maybe Mixon is not necessarily catching outside the backfield. He's more on the ground this week.
I think I would lean both wide receivers if you have to choose. Man, but Mixon's a must start in every format. I think I would lean both wide receivers.
Okay.
But you have to find a way to start Mixon, bro. You can't leave him on your bench.
It's definitely hard. Thomas A. But that got peeped. You don't think Pats can win and Giants beat Pats? I said you do. I think that was my upset. I said you guys do have a chance to win.
Yeah, he said that.
Yeah. So good. Justin Young traded Herbert, Emanuel Sanders for Cooks and full PPR. Thoughts? I love it. Now I have Josh Allen, AJ Brown, JJ, Deontay, Higgins, Cooks.
I don't like it.
Brandon.
Is this Brandon Cooks?
This is Brandon. I'm thinking of Dalvin Cook. Sorry. No, I'd rather have
Herbert and Sanders for Brandon Cooks. I'll be honest, Justin. I would prefer Emanuel Sanders over Cooks rest of season. Like I actually said this on the podcast this week. Yeah. Emanuel Sanders, like you think about how good Diggs is and how big that name is. Diggs leads the team in receptions for the Bills, reception yards, but Sanders is only 50 yards behind him. And Emanuel Sanders has double the amount of touchdowns as Diggs. And right now, from this point so far in the year, Emanuel Sanders is a wide receiver 28 in PPR formats. Diggs is 24. I think we're just maybe as a fantasy community, because he's old, underlooking how good Sanders has been this year. So I actually prefer Emanuel Sanders purely just one-on-one over Brandon Cooks rest of season. But so no, I wouldn't do it, but that's just me.
I thought it was Dalvin Cook when I read it. So
if it's Dalvin Cook, I love it.
Well,
if it's Brandon Cooks, I don't.
Yeah, it says for Cooks, so I'm assuming we just say Dalvin.
What's up, KTC?
What's happening, Jim? Evan or really non-PPR? Evans.
Yeah, AB's out.
Mm-hmm.
I think I would lean Evans as well, but it's quite close. I think Ridley has a bounce-back game this week. I do think Ridley has a bounce-back game. Who do the Falcons play?
The Panthers.
They play the Panthers, and Stephon Gilmore is going to be activated for the first time. So, yeah, that does make me lean Evans with AB out, but it's close.
Yeah. Keenan traded Emanuel Sanders and Rashad Bateman for T. Higgins. Was it a good trade? I think I would rather have Emanuel and Rashad Bateman over T at the moment, personally.
Trade Emanuel Sanders and Rashad Bateman for T. Higgins. I don't think it was Keenan, but Yeah, no, I love Rashad Bateman was actually a trade target for me on the podcast this week. We also released a video. If you guys don't know, we actually release a bunch of content throughout the week, both on our podcast, which you can find in the description. Just type in Fantasyland Football on literally any podcast platform that you have. We do 3 pods a week. But we also release a bunch of content here on YouTube. And one of my trade targets that we released in a video this week was Rashad Bateman. I think he's one of the most unknown stars from this year's draft. I think he's going to have a great rest of the season. And again, Sanders. I would prefer Sanders alone right now over T. Higgins. Yeah. I might try and go trade for Emanuel Sanders, seeing the trades that people have made.
I tried to go for Emanuel Sanders for a while, and no one.
Yeah, saying no one's giving him to me.
So it's a bit difficult right now.
I'm sorry to say that, but we always try and be as honest as possible on the stream.
KT Bull made a huge trade this week. Picked up Jalen Hurts and Khalil Herbert. Traded them with 3 players. I have Zach Moss, Tyler Lockett, and Gronk. Ended up getting Mahomes and Jamar. Picked up Jalen Hurts and Khalil Herbert. Traded them with 3 players I have. So you traded Zach Moss, Tyler Lockett, and Gronk, and got Mahomes and Jamar. I'm assuming. I don't get it.
And that's a big win. Yeah. I don't know how you did that.
But
maybe he's saying he also utilized Jalen Hurts and Khalil Herbert in the trade.
Picked up Jalen Hurts and Khalil Herbert.
I like it.
Right. Yeah, I do like it as well.
You're right, Kane. I know we're going in order, by the way, guys, answering questions. We're on Twitch and YouTube. We're going to go in order. But you're right, Kane. He's not that old. I think he's like 34, but that's pretty old for a wide receiver after a couple injuries. Over here on Twitch, we got another question from Fear Shadow. He says, should I start DeMarcus Robinson or Zach Pascal? I think I'm always going to lean Robinson because of the upside of the Chiefs.
And that's my thought process. I think I would rather go there. I think he has a better opportunity to score this week and to get points on the board for your team.
Yeah. Our favorite teams. I'm a Washington fan, and Badaki's a Giants fan. So it's been pain this year.
The comeback is coming.
I also like the Chiefs, because I lived in Kansas City for about 8 years, so I am still a Chiefs fan as well.
Comeback is coming here for the Giants. Something special is happening. Something nice is happening in the air right now.
Okay.
Talk it up. Here we go. All right, let's go. Let's do some of these really quick. Need a wide receiver, Peter D'Angelo. Need a wide receiver, full PPR. Mike Williams, AJ Brown, Amari Cooper. Need a tight end as well, Hunter Henry or Fant. I think we both said Hunter Henry earlier.
No, I said Fant. I said Fant earlier.
Okay, I said Hunter Henry
against Washington. I would go Fant. I mean, I know Judy's back, but Hunter Henry is very he's getting in the end zone, but if he doesn't have a touchdown, he's very bad. So I will go Fant.
I'm assuming just one wide receiver. I'll probably lean. I would play. I think I'll lean AJ Brown here.
Have you considered your trade options? Because I don't want to have that every week. I want to have a guy I'm starting. I would go AJ Brown.
Yeah, I'm going AJ Brown here. Kane, what's up, fellas?
Thanks for the question, Peter, by the way.
Mm-hmm. Kane, what's up, fellas? Zach Moss, Daryl Williams, or Emanuel Sanders flex?
Emanuel Sanders.
Moss has a good opportunity this week, too.
Yeah, he does.
Let me just double check.
It's a PPR, is it a PPR league?
If
it's PPR, I'm going Emanuel Sanders. If it's standard, I'm going Zach Moss.
Yeah,
if it's half or standard, I'm going Moss. If it's PPR, I'm going Sanders.
He says half. I'm going Moss. I'm leaning Moss in this week. He's going against the Dolphins. Stride Ocean, Austin Gibson, Woods, or Jerry Jeudy full PPR.
I think you missed his first question, brother.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, I'm so everywhere. I think they're all getting all jumbled up.
Mitchell or Herbert. I would go Mitchell personally.
Okay, and then also Gibson, Woods, or Jeudy. I think you had to start Gibson. For me, that's what I was saying. Thoughts?
I'm struggling with this one. If I have an option, I always want to lean wide receiver in a flex because it's PPR.
Mm-hmm.
And Gibson, unfortunately, don't get it. Not getting the work as a receiver. I would lean Jeudy.
Yeah,
it's close, but I would lean Jeudy. Are we starting Jeudy over Woods, though? Woods is just so disappointing, but it's against Houston.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe I would go Woods. I think I would start Woods.
Okay.
I think I would start Woods. I'm a little bit worried about Gibson's usage. I know I know he was used a lot with a small snap percentage last week.
Yeah, he was my trade for target this week. I think
I will go Woods there. It's close though. I hate that question. I'm sorry, man.
I think after
like
this bye week, I think he will come to his own. And what was good is that he wasn't on the injury report list this week, which was surprising. Which
I like him. I like him week 11 onwards a lot,
which is surprising. So we'll see what happens with Gibson this week. All good, Thomas. Gaming, Jerry Judy.
Chai native.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah, trying to Jerry Judy or Kadarius Toney for my flex this week.
Tony's playing. I'm starting him.
Yeah, you have to play Kadarius Toney. You love to see it, huh?
Yeah, that's just fun. Like that's just fun. Monday Night Football. You're like, I got a chance.
I think in our other league, I think it's the Fellowship. I think I'm starting Kadarius Toney and Sterling.
Both?
Yeah, I think I am. Is it Sterling or Lavishka?
That's a lot to bet your week on.
Sterling or Lavishka?
I don't know.
Yeah,
probably Sterling. Yeah,
I'm gonna have to go Sterling. All right, Darrell Henderson plus TJ Hawkinson for Kelsey. I get Kelsey. My RBs will be Swift and Robinson. What do you think? Look, it's really interesting. I know you have Swift and Robinson. I think
it's fair value for Kelsey.
I do think so.
I think it's fair value for Kelsey. Like you're getting Kelsey at a price that's reasonable. The issue is that who's after Swift and Robinson, my guy? Because if Swift or Robinson go down, your team's in a terrible position. Mm-hmm. And how many flexes do you have in this league? Is it 1? Is it 2? Like that all really matters because if you have 2 flexes and you have no running backs behind these guys, I would still lean Henderson and Hawkinson and just ride it out because we need to start viewing Henderson as a top 10 running back.
Yeah,
because he is,
and I think so as well. So, and that's my thought process. Maybe you try to sell Hawkinson and maybe not at his extreme value, but he had a decent week last week, if I'm not mistaken. Why not try to sell him now? See what you can get for him. I know Kelsey, he is value. You know, he's going to get you some points, but I think Hawkinson, you could probably get something else.
I would keep if like I said, you know, unless it's like a no flex and it's PPR 1 flex. Is that the same guy or is that no? It's a different one. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I would lean towards keeping Henderson. I think we need to put more respect on his name right now.
Thomas, so I pick up Bateman. He was drop. I would. Don't drop any.
He was a trade for a target for me this week.
J2 nice, need help. My wide receivers are Cortland Sutton and Claypool. My RBs are Zeke and Elijah Mitchell. I got Herbert and Gibson, Marvin Jones and Judy on my bench. Would you switch one of these out? I need a flex out of them.
Okay, so he's starting Mitchell. He's starting Mitchell over Hubbard and Gibson. So I guess that's a question we should answer first. Are you going to start Mitchell over Hubbard or Gibson? I don't love starting Hubbard. He's not even close to what Mike Davis was.
I think I'm still have to start Antonio Gibson. I still have to start Antonio Gibson.
And who else was the option? It was
Marvin Jones
Mitchell,
and Jerry Judy. So my running backs are Zeke,
Elijah Mitchell versus Chicago.
And I got Herbert. Antonio Gibson, Marvin Jones. So which one?
I think this is really, really close. And I understand your question here. I think I would lean Mitchell here. No injury right now. No one else got the work than Mitchell. I am worried a little bit about McKissick until Gibson's fully healthy. I know he is, but like this shin could bug up at any point. So I do slightly lean Elijah Mitchell there.
Okay.
Chuba Hubbard's going against Atlanta though. Nah, let's go with what we know. I would go Mitchell. I would go Mitchell.
Okay, you going Mitchell? I'm going Gibson. Paul Miller.
And then wait, did we answer? He said he needs a flex. So I would flex Gibson then.
Yes. Well, wasn't that the question? Yeah, that's why I was flexing Gibson. That's what I would say. Okay. Paul Miller, hey guys, what's up? Can't believe it's weekend already. I I have to fill wide receiver 2 and my flex spot. I have Herbert, Emanuel Sanders, Higgins, Brandon Cooks, and Jacoby Myers. Who do I go with?
Oh, Emanuel Sanders is a smash start there out of the options. I think it's going to depend on who these guys play.
So obviously Higgins played the Jets. Brandon Cooks plays the Rams. And Jacoby Myers plays the Chargers.
I think I would go Higgins here. You know, Higgins didn't have a good week last week, but he was, if you look at the target share, there's a lot of reason for, excitement, I guess. 15 targets last week. So I think I would go Higgins with all the options given. Higgins and Emanuel Sanders.
I like Emanuel Sanders. I'm tossing up between Higgins and Jacoby. I know Jacoby gets the targets, so I think that is my biggest thing. I think I'm gonna go Emanuel Sanders, Jacoby for me.
Okay. Yeah, and I will go Higgins. I know the Jets are pretty good against the defense. By the way, we're 6 followers away from 1,400, so that's pretty cool. Or subscribers.
So that's awesome. Thank you guys. If you can like and subscribe, if you haven't, huge love. Dried Oceans, here we go. Should I trade Hubbard for Gronk?
Sorry, I just wanted to address a quick question. Ryan Casimir just commented, "Can I not super chat?" We're in a really weird place right now, like as a brand, I guess. We officially submitted to be a company, in LLC about 2 months ago, and that was all approved. But we right now are waiting for an EIN, which is a tax number for our business, and for whatever reason, YouTube, like the money that we've made from ads and from people donating, which has been amazing, they are forcing us to put it somewhere, but we don't have anywhere to put it because we don't have a business bank account because we don't have that number. So they took away that feature from us right now, the super chat, which is super frustrating. But if you do want to donate, you can still do that, and we'll answer your question straight away. The donate button, the donate link, I don't know, maybe we took it out of the.
I can definitely find it. Hold on.
He'll paste it in there. But anyway, we're going to answer them in order. I'm sorry, guys. We're trying to get that super chat feature back as soon as possible. It's frustrating to us. It's just, it's annoying, but I guess it's part of the game. Dried Ocean.
Sorry, I'm just looking.
Should I trade Hubbard for Gronk? My tight end is Cook. Running backs are Zeke, Mitchell, Gibson, Pollard, Moss, and Devonta. Yeah, at that point, with all the depth you have at running back, I feel like there's not much risk there to go for Gronk. But I think you could actually make a better trade than Gronk. To be honest, if I were you, because some people are still not sold on Mike Gesicki, so I would go out and try and get Mike Gesicki before I get Gronk. I think you get a higher tier tight end.
Sorry, Gesicki. Sorry, guys, I tested that by accident. My bad.
Hey, shout out to John who donated $47.
$47, wow.
Yeah.
That's funny.
Just setting the standard high for everyone. No, I like Gronk. I think, again, I would try for a Gesicki, someone a little bit more reliable. Honestly, bro, go try and get Darren Waller right now. You got the depth to make that move, Dried Ocean. You got the depth to go get Darren Waller. Try that before you settle on Gronk. KTC Bowl, now in a 2-quarterback league. I'm starting Allen Mahomes, Aaron Jones, Hubbard, Diggs, Hill. I like it, bro. I like it. FIFA Flow, start AJ Brown or Deontay at flex, boys. I think we both would agree we would go Deontay. Do you agree?
Yes, I will go Deontay.
Deontay feels like in a PPR format a little bit safer. Actually, I'm actually going to go AJ Brown there. I'm sorry. I know that's like a quick switch up, but with Julio Jones being out and the way he performed last week, I feel like AJ is that like he could win you your league.
No, for sure.
He definitely your game this week. So I'm going to lean AJ quick, but they're both great options.
He definitely can win you your league. I think Deontay is just he's
safe. He's safe.
He's just so safe, and the targets there are just tremendous. So
yeah. Keenan, Steals Jones or Gronk at tight end? Hesitant on Gronk with his questionable tag. I I would probably lean Gronk there.
All right, guys. I just put it in the chat. Any of tips or anything or donations, or this is kind of, I guess, the area that you can do a super chat right now. Click on that link and you can donate. I think it should pop up on our screen.
So to answer that question, I think I would actually go Ricky. And I think the reason is because Gronk with those ribs, that could be re-aggravated at any point. So I think I would slightly lean towards Ricky Seals here, but it's close between him and Gronk.
This is Keenan Fleming, right? Seals or Gronk tight end, hesitant on Gronk with his questionable tag. Yeah. Ricky Seals. I'm going Ricky Seals. I won't be surprised if Gronk goes
Panthers.
Yes, I think you have to start the Rams defense.
Panthers
play the Falcons. The
Falcons.
I personally
you got to go Rams. You got to go Rams against Houston. The Rams play Houston.
Yeah, exactly.
You got to go Rams.
PPR start 5. Debo, Hill, Taylor, Chubb, Jamar, Swift. So basically sit 1.
Jesus Christ, man.
Okay, so let me just say I'm starting Jonathan Taylor. I'm starting Tyreek Hill. I'm starting Nick Chubb.
I think I'm sitting Chubb.
Jamar Chase.
Out of the options, you don't want to sit any of these guys, but I think I'm sitting Chubb. I mean, it's PPR. Debo's the obvious target. He's going to get work. Same with Tyreek. Taylor's more active in
the Bears.
Yeah, but I still think Chubb is going to be limited potentially with how good Dearness Johnson was. Like, I don't think they're going to force Chubb.
I actually agree. Yeah, I actually agree. This is going to be a hard-hitting game. The Steelers is a good defense still. So yeah, Chubb. Yeah,
Chubb.
Swift is just nasty, isn't he?
I said Chubb, but man, that's crazy that you're in that position. You got a great team. Adam Anderson, full PPR, starting Zeke Eckler at running back, Lamb and Keenan at wide receiver, and Damian Harris at flex. Sitting Waddle, Judy. Would you do anything to change? If it's full PPR, I'm probably actually going to switch out Damian Harris. Damian plays the Chargers. I know he's been the guy, but in a full PPR league, I think I lean towards a wide receiver option. So I think I would actually roll with Judy.
Yeah, I get you. I think
Here's the deal. If Damian Harris doesn't get a touchdown, his week isn't going to be as good as you want it to be. Let's actually look at his games, okay?
But that's the thing. So, I think that he... Sorry, continue before I say what I'm going to say.
You're good. All right, so there are... Out of the 7 games he's played so far, 3 of them he's not gotten a touchdown. And combined, he's averaging just under like 6-7 points a game during that time. He's only ever hit over 18 points once this year, and that was because he got 2 touchdowns. There's even a game against Houston, which was a smash start against Houston, where he got 1 touchdown, got under 10 points.
That was the game that he got hurt. So
you think about it, if Judy's floor is like 10 points, like Damian could score under that. So I would go Judy.
Yeah,
I actually would probably play Waddle over Harris as well.
I think one thing, I have a lot of stocks on Damian, surprisingly, because I wasn't somebody that was going to be getting a Damian Harris throughout all my leagues, but I actually do have him in a lot. I watch a lot of these games, and the games that he has to perform, he's been hurt in. Week 3 against New Orleans, week 4 against Tampa, even week 5 when he got that touchdown, he got that touchdown, he fumbled it, got a touchdown, and then he got hurt. Literally the next drive after him, if I'm not mistaken, he got hurt. So there's consistency there with when he's on the field and healthy and getting snap counts. He finds his way into the end zone. So
that's the other. I mean, look, he's not even on the field more than 50% of the time this year. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I don't know. I just think I would, in a flex, I'm always going to try and pick a wide receiver.
Nah,
I like Damian. I just would pick a wide receiver.
I definitely get you. Here we go. Ed Seat, need 2 in full PPR. Terry, Calvin, and Emanuel Sanders.
You got to start your stars. Yeah. We love Sanders. He's a star of the week, but you can't sit Terry or Calvin Ridley.
I agree. Gator fan, which defense? Dallas, Chargers, Panthers, or Pittsburgh?
I look at who's the best defense here, and that would be Pittsburgh. Playmakers all over the field.
Is
think
Baker
about
Mayfield
turnovers they can make. Baker Mayfield's going to play.
I expect him to make mistakes. Baker Mayfield.
Yeah, I will go.
He's still dealing with that injury too, so he's going to try to do everything to avoid not to get hit. In my opinion,
I would go Pittsburgh, and also I also think with this question they're all toss-ups. Mm-hmm. But what defense do I want to keep next week and like onwards? That could probably start if I needed to, and that's Pittsburgh because of the talent.
I agree. Gator fan, I'm starting Ridley, Keenan Allen, and Claypool. Would you swap any of the trios out for Higgins? No, I wouldn't.
No, I wouldn't.
Ricardo, my brother, do I trade Deontay for Ridley? I have Diggs, DJ Moore, and Cortland Sutton as my other wide receivers, half PPR.
No, I actually would keep Deontay here. Juju's out for the year. Well. Mm-hmm. Deontay's probably going to get 10 targets a game going forward. And Ridley's going to bounce back for sure. If I was you, I would try and actually flop Ridley. I would try and flop DJ Moore for Ridley. Or Cortland Sutton for Ridley. Those are guys I would be trying to move. I still want Ridley, just Deontay is more valuable in my opinion.
Let me ask you a question. Would you trade A.J. Brown for Deontay? Straight up?
Would I prefer A.J. Brown? Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, like who would you prefer rest of the season?
Rest of season, I would prefer A.J. Brown.
Okay.
Yeah.
What if, out of curiosity, you got like a Hollywood Brown or something, or like a lower end wide receiver? Like Hollywood A.J. Brown for Deontay Johnson and Hollywood Brown.
I think if you would need Hollywood as a starter, you would definitely go the Hollywood side. You know, like if there's a weak flex, I know this is for your league. Obviously, you're asking a personal question. No. If it's a flex or like you don't have a solid wide receiver 2 or 3 or whatever, like, and you're gonna play them every week, then yeah, I would probably lean towards the Hollywood side, because Deontay's not gonna let you down anyway.
Yeah, it's good to know, man.
That being said, you always want to keep the stars, and AJ's a star, so unless you need that position as a starter, I would keep AJ.
Let me ask you one more question.
By the way, you have another question for me?
Robert Woods or Hollywood Brown rest of the season?
This is difficult because of Rashad Bateman. I think Rashad Bateman is stepping into that role. I think
this is why this is so hard. Like this,
the thing is though as well is like you look at last week,
and like
Marquise Hollywood Brown was a monster.
Yeah, he proved us wrong, and that's the whole point.
I think I would go Hollywood over
Roberto
over Woods for sure. Yeah, I would.
Anyways, sorry to.
I just wanted to say I miss, because we're in Sydney, Australia. If you don't know that, we're both Americans, but we live in Sydney right now. I miss Buffalo Wild Wings so much. Buffalo Wild Wings and Chick-fil-A. I miss it.
You know what you should do? You know what wings would be good for you? Oh, you don't have it. Next time you come here, Cammy's, that place that you got chicken, they have really good wings now.
I don't feel like it would be anywhere near.
It won't be anywhere near Buffalo Wild Wings, but I do believe you will like it. Do you like really saucy wings, or like you like it evenly,
saucy, bruv?
Like evenly spread.
I like it saucy, bruv.
Saucy, bruv.
I don't like it dry. I don't get that.
That's what she said.
Mitchell or Daryl Williams? This is a. I'm just gonna keep going.
I'm going Mitchell.
I would go Daryl Williams.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I would go Daryl Williams.
I would go Mitchell there.
I think we see more of the Daryl Williams that we saw 2 weeks ago than the one that we saw 1 week ago. Okay. What's crazy is, I just want to put this into perspective, guys. Mm-hmm. The Chiefs scored 3 points against the Titans. 3 points. You would expect Daryl Williams to have like under 2 points in this game last week. He still had 8. He still had 4 targets, 3 catches, 30 yards. Like, I'm still starting Daryl Williams. If they're on the goal line, they've shown, he got 2 touchdowns last week, or in week 7. So I'm still going Daryl Williams on the better offense. I think he's used more in the passing game as well. So there's a safer floor there. I would go Daryl Williams.
Okay. I'm going Mitchell. I think I'm excited to see what he's doing there. I understand that the Chiefs are pretty high up there, but I think Mitchell does have the better opportunity overall. And I don't think they'll use him, but Patrick Mahomes is just going to throw the ball, in my opinion. Todd, not PPR, starting Thielen and Mike Williams. Who should I flex? Dearness Johnson, Keenan Allen, Kenneth Gainwell.
Flex Keenan. Yeah. Non-PPR takes away the Gainwell interest, and Dearness is interesting. But he's going to have to get a touchdown with Chubb in there to be relevant.
I think also, like, he's probably going to be catching the ball out of the back. He's going to be playing that Kareem Hunt role more. Yeah. So, yeah, I am going Keenan Allen.
Or maybe that's even Felton, and they get a 3 running back rotation.
Yeah, that's true. Ryan, I'm in a PPR keeper league. Should I start Devontae Booker and drop one of my potential keepers, Trey Lance,
no,
Tony Pollard, or should
I don't even have
to
answer
Booker
the rest of this?
And
no.
start Pollard? Okay.
Definitely not. Not in a keeper league.
I definitely agree with you. B does. What do you think happens with Watson? Oh, that's a big conversation.
And sorry, I just want to quickly clarify. Like, if Zeke goes down at any point, like you've just dropped a top 10 running back rest of season.
Yeah, Devonta Booker is not up there to become.
And Trey Lance next round to get him in to next year to get him in round 10. You're gonna have it's gonna be a steal. Like, no, you can't do that, bro. Not for 1 week.
What do you think? What do you think happens with Watson? I think we talked about this. I think just to keep it short and sweet, is just he either gets traded before the deadline, and he goes to the Panthers or to the Dolphins, and whether he goes on the commissioner exempt list, he will play. And if he does go on the list, then obviously he won't, and then he's just on the Miami Dolphins. And then hopefully, or you expect everything to clear. If it doesn't come out guilty. If he does come out guilty, then GG's for the Dolphins and Deshaun Watson.
We actually talked about this in detail on the podcast this week as well. If you guys don't know, we actually do have a podcast, Fantasyland Football. If you type that into any podcast platform, you're going to be able to find us. There's also links in the description of this video. We talked about that in detail on there for like 10 minutes.
It's a big conversation, but
I don't see him getting traded still. I'm still in the I know the reports are coming out. I don't think in today's day and age, Deshaun Watson's going to get traded, and a team if Deshaun Watson gets traded, a team's going to have a PR nightmare.
If the Miami
Dolphins don't trade for a guy, think about the day and age. People get upset for way less. This guy has 22 accounts of sexual conduct with women. There is no way there's not an uprise. It's a PR nightmare.
No, I definitely get it.
I just don't see it happening. But I've been wrong before, and I could probably be wrong again. I think he stays there and he sits the rest of the year.
Gator fan, should I be worried about any of my wide receivers that I named? They have name value, but are ranked 31st, 44. Yeah, blah blah blah. The question:
Ridley, Keenan Allen, Claypool, Higgins. No, they're all good. They just been unlucky.
Yeah. Ricardo, so you think Deontay over DJ Moore rest of the season half PPR? Yes, 100%. Right, yeah. I can only keep one of them.
I like DJ Moore, but if Christian McCaffrey isn't in this lineup, DJ Moore doesn't look very good. Neither does Sam Darnold. So.
Right. Okay. So Ryan's question is a little bit more in depth. So I can only keep one of them. So you can only keep Trey Lance, Tony Pollard. Okay.
I'm still not dropping it for 1 week. Ryan, it depends. Are you in a desperate scenario and you need?
So he's saying Lance or Tony Pollard.
Sorry?
Like if you read in the bottom, he says Lance. It's probably going to pop up. I can only keep one.
Yeah.
Who should I drop, Tony or Booker or Galladay? Yes, Lance or Pollard. So, yeah.
If the question is Devontae Booker or Tony Pollard, you would start Devontae Booker.
Correct.
But unless I'm in a desperate scenario, like I'm 1-6 or I'm 2-5, I'm not dropping either of those guys. I still think Trey Lance can, if you drop Trey Lance or Tony Pollard, they're going to get picked up in your league instantly, and you could end up regretting that if injuries happen or, Trey Lance is a top 12 quarterback instantly when he starts because of his rushing upside. Well, yeah, you got to keep your options open. You're 4-3, yeah. I mean, I'm in a league where I'm 1-6, and I would consider that. But you're 4-3. I just don't think you can make that decision.
Eshaun. Eshaun. There you go. I was offered Dalvin Cook for Joe Mixon and Mike Evans. What do you think? Dalvin Cook for Joe Moneybag Mixon and Mike Evans. It's interesting.
the bigger question is what's your wide receiver depth look like?
I think
I would love to know what your wide receivers are right now.
If I had to go for that, I think I would take it. I'm happy with that. If your wide receiver depth is okay, but if it's pretty atrocious, then maybe,
if Evans is a guy that you're relying on as a weekly starter right now, you can't make that trade. But if he's a guy on your bench and you're deciding each week if you want to play him or sit him, that's a different conversation. Also, Antonio Brown's injury seems serious. Like it low key feels like it's serious. So.
It definitely does seem serious.
If AAB misses time, and he already is, Evans is a much better play each week. I would love to hear your depth, man, to give you the best answer. This might be the last question, unless anyone has any. The last question we answer.
I'm just gearing up a trade here.
Who are you trading with?
Etsy, I traded Darrell Henderson and Terry McLaurin for Leonard Fournette. I wouldn't have done that personally. Etsy.
Ooh. Ed.
Debo, DK, Thielen.
Ed, my guy, that's not meaning okay. You got Fournette. If you got Fournette, that's a bad trade, man.
That's what it sounds like. That's the way I traded Darrell Henderson and Terry McLaurin for Leonard Fournette. That wasn't a good trade. No, you can't
do that trade. I'm sorry, man, but we're always as honest as possible here. We don't want to make you feel good. We just want to tell you what we think. I'm sorry. I hope it works out for you, but.
Oh, no, he said, no, I got Henderson and McLaurin. Okay, that's great. That's absolutely fantastic then.
Then you just got one of the steals of the year.
It's just a fat GG.
The GG's, boys. Thanks for playing.
Wow. It's just fantastic, isn't it?
Debo, DK, Thielen.
And Landry, 2 wide receivers, 1 flex. I'm okay with that. I'm okay. Why not? Why not go get Dalvin Cook and just get why don't you get a low end receiver? Like hey,
I was gonna say like you should be getting some sort of upside wide receiver back in that trade. Like names that come to mind is like a Tony. Like a Kadarius Toney right now. People are still on the edge with him. Emanuel Sanders. Marvin Jones,
I'm thinking
Tyler Lockett on the low,
on there.
A Waddle, a Jacoby, a Boyd even. Like I know Boyd's not great, but it just takes one injury for him to be relevant.
I agree. Hey guys, I'm 3-4, and Kyler only got me 9 points, and I need to win this week. Choose 2 full PPR: Terry, Mike Williams, or Joe Mixon. I'm going Joe. Mike's playing the Patriots, and Terry is playing the Broncos.
So hear me out here.
Okay.
You need.
I'll tell you that much. That's the one person I am going.
What I'm struggling with here is he's saying he's only got 9 points from Kyler, so he's probably down bad right now, which means you need the highest upside plays as possible. You can't play it safe. Oh man, that's tough. You know what I mean? Like that's where like Mike Williams feels like the right play over Joe. Do you know what I'm saying? Because like you need that boom play. That's really tough, man.
I hear you, but it is really tough. I don't know if I don't know.
What makes you worried about starting Mike Williams? So obviously we're all in on Terry, right? Like Terry's without question.
I think the one
you're starting Terry.
Yeah, you start Terry and Joe. I think it's not that I'm not all in on Mike. I'm all in on all these guys.
Yeah.
I think I'm thinking about matchup. I'm thinking about Joe going against the Jets. You say the Jets give up the most or second most points to running backs. Terry has been playing lights out. He is a ball hog, and he has, if I'm not mistaken, he has caught almost all of his contested catches, and he leads the NFL in contested catches. So I think there's better upside there where Mike, he competes with Austin Eckler, Keenan Allen, all these other people that where it's like I see the upside of Mike because he's been going off. He's like he's in top 5 right now in wide receivers. But I think I have to go based off of matchup in this scenario. And I understand that you're down, but
it's tough. I think I'm going Terry and Mike. If it's PPR, it's PPR, right? Yeah. I'm going Terry and Mike because I think you have to go the upside of wide receivers popping off. Like if Joe has 20 points, that's a great game. But like Terry and Mike could both put up 30-point games. I guess that's in Joe's realm of opportunities as well.
Yeah, and that's
but
what I
also
think.
like Samaje Perine could get a touchdown in this game. It as a Joe Mixon owner, it's frustrating, but it happens. I would go Terry and Mike Williams there.
Yeah, I hear you. I think I'm more excited on Joe and Terry based on matchup.
I love Joe. He's one of the best plays this week.
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe you do go Terry and Joe. Maybe you do go Terry and Joe. It's definitely hard. Like it wouldn't be crazy if this New England game was like a low scoring game. So
and that's the thing, and that's my concern. Jerry, Damian Harris, or T. Higgins in PPR flex. I think you might have to go. I don't like it. I think I would go
Damian.
I said Damian earlier, but I think you do have to go Damian. It's really hard because that matchup
Damian's
is hard.
a safer play. Do you need high upside or do you need a floor play? Like Damian's floor safe. If that's what you need and you're not playing like the best team, you just need a safe play, it's Damian. If you need the upside, you go Higgins. The other side of that is the Jets. Every team is beating them on the ground. They don't give up points to wide receivers for whatever reason. Either they're a good secondary or teams just don't feel the need to attack them that way. So Damian likely.
Really quick on Twitch. Tampa trauma. You love to see it. Pick one. Chuba, Herbert, Higgins, Callaway. I might go Chuba.
Tampa Tarpons? What's Tarpons?
I don't it's I don't know. It's a Tampa
by
thing.
By the way,
but it's
first
funny.
time chatter or viewer. Thanks for joining us, bro. Make sure to drop a follow if you haven't.
813, baby. 1-800. Nah.
Hubbard, Higgins, Callaway. I'm going Hubbard here against Atlanta.
Yeah, I'm going Hubbard as well. I like Hubbard. Sideline Star. Who do you like more rest of the season, Cortland Sutton or Elijah Mitchell?
Hold on. Eshawn had a question because he was talking about that trade. He's like, is Claypool a guy? Like, yeah, Claypool's a guy you throw in there as well. Yeah, definitely. But go ahead. Sorry.
Sideline Stars. Who do you like more, Cortland Sutton or Elijah Mitchell?
I think Mitchell has more value rest of the season.
I do believe so as well. Eshawn, I think I'm accepting Dalvin Cook trade and asking him to add another wide receiver. Receiver too. Absolutely go and try and get that. Gator fan, would you drop either Higgins or Bateman for Tony? I would.
I would drop Bateman. Sorry. Oh.
I'm thinking.
I don't know, man. I think I would had 15 targets, and he's connected to Joe Burrow. Oh man, I think I would drop Bateman for Tony. And honestly, I think I would drop Bateman for Tony. Yeah,
I think I might go the opposite. I might go Higgins. There's too many mouths to feed. Where it's kind of even now. You think about it. They don't have a run game, so Joe Mixon.
Think about Higgins and Bateman though. Who's got a better chance to be more consistent this year? I still think it's Higgins. And like, as much as I love Bateman, he's not got anywhere near the targets that T. Higgins has had this year, even though it's been not as good volume as we want. I would consider dropping Bateman for Tony. Yeah.
I needed this.
Thanks, Wahab.
Yeah, all love, brother. Hard decision to make, but need some assurance. Yeah, it's all good. It's a fish on Twitch, he says. Tarpoon is a fish. Sideline Star, Elijah Mitchell, Kenneth Gainwell this week. I think you have to go Kenneth Gainwell for me. This is where I'll go Kenneth Gainwell. I think
that one's pretty close. I do lean Mitchell there. Gainwell is like a start of the week for me, but I think the issue is Boston Scott. Like, would it surprise you if they were on the goal line and Boston Scott comes in and gets the touchdown? Is it PPR? Is this a PPR league? I think that really does matter.
It doesn't say. Let us know if it's PPR sideline. He got a response already. I sent him a message. He offered me Claypool and Dalvin Cook for Mike Evans, Joe Mixon, and Julio Jones now. I think I'm accepted because Julio's been trash. So you're sending Claypool You're getting wait.
What were his other wide receivers? Because I don't think you have to give up.
My wide receiver depth is Debo, DK Thielen, Judy Claypool, and Jarvis Landry. So I would
counter and I would take Julio out of there. And where's his wide receivers?
Debo, DK Thielen, Judy Claypool, Landry.
I would try and drop Landry in there instead.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. I would drop Landry instead.
I know Julio's been bad, but the thing is, Julio's trade value is at an all-time low right now. If we get Julio healthy, he's not playing this week, is he?
No.
Yeah, that sucks.
No, wait. He said he doesn't have Claypool. Wait, so I'm confused.
Yeah, he's offering him Claypool and Dalvin.
Right. Okay.
Hey, thanks for the follow over there on
that's
Twitch.
Fine. Yeah, all love for the follow.
I think Julio trading. I don't think Julio's a throw-in right now. I think you got to hold Julio.
Right.
Like at this point, Julio's value is at an all-time low. It's not going to get worse. So if I had Julio, I would hold him and hopefully wait for games where if he has 2 weeks back-to-back of over 20 points, then you sell him, you know. So I would try and counter that and take Julio out, and I would put Jarvis Landry in there instead and see what he says. You know, sideline star, I don't believe Jordan Howard is even on their active roster. I've been looking that up this week.
He is. He got activated.
He is? Did he get activated?
He got activated, if I'm not mistaken.
Okay. Yeah, okay. So they just activated him. Yeah. Yeah, so that does lean me away from Gainwell, and it does, because Mitchell's the guy, no question. Yeah, Gator, I agree, man. I feel like every league should have at least 2 IR spots, especially with how crazy things are. We got a question on Twitch.
Yeah. Nate, what's good, brother? And Antonio Gibson and Keenan Allen for Deebo Samuels or Cordell Patterson. I think I'm still keeping the Gibson and Keenan Allen side. If you have Gibson and Keenan Allen, me. I don't think I want Cordell Patterson. I don't see the.
I'm pretty sold on him now.
I know you're sold. I'm just still not there. I see it and I see the numbers and I can see it every single week. I just don't know.
I'm sold on Patterson. I mean, the snap percentage has gone up. The usage is still there. In the last 2 weeks, the last 2 games, he's averaging like 20 attempts, 20 opportunities a game.
Yeah, I get it. I'm just I want it.
I think I do still lean Antonio Gibson and Keenan Allen, and that's purely because of what I think Keenan can do the rest of the season. So it's really close, but I would lean Gibson and Keenan. But that's a close trade. That's a really close trade. Gotcha. Appreciate y'all. Just found your channel. Keep it up. Subbed. Hey, man. Appreciate the love.
Yeah.
Is that it for today, Badaki?
Yeah. Any last minute ones? Throw it in there.
Do you expect Tony to play this week? Yeah, I do expect him to play.
Yes, he's already confirmed going to play. If I'm not mistaken, I think the one that's in question is Sterling. He just says he's
Kenny G out.
He's questioned. Kenny G, Saquon is out, so I do believe Sterling will play. I think he has an extra day to rest on Sunday, and they're going to say he's questionable, but he will play. So I'm confident in those two. It's going to be interesting.
By the way, Nate, I would have low expectations for Gibson until after the bye week as well, just so you're aware. So, like, maybe a better question for you is, do you need to win now? Because honestly, if you need to win now, I would actually take the Deebo and Cordell Patterson. If you're 3-4, 2-5, 1-6, I would take the Patterson and Deebo side, because I do like Gibson rest of season and I want to value him in a trade, but I only like him after week 12. Like, this week is you start him because he's a star, but then there's a bye and there's Tampa Bay and Carolina. So that is 3 weeks where he's not very valuable to you after this week. So I just wanted to clarify with you, if we're talking about the totality of the season, I do prefer Gibson and Keenan, but if you need wins and you need to start fighting for the playoffs and you're 3-4, 4-3 even, then I would actually do that trade. So it really depends on your record, but I'm just thinking about that more, and I would do that trade if I am in a position where I need wins now. I hope that helps.
Yeah, hopefully.
But I think that's it. You get where I'm coming from there? Like
I agree.
Gibson, yeah. We like Gibson, but I only like him week 12 onwards.
I actually think
it's the bye week in week 9, Tampa Bay in week 10, week 11's Carolina. I mean, these are good defenses. That's 3 weeks where you do not love having him in your league.
I actually believe that he can do great against Tampa and Carolina.
No one else has, though. No one else has. Why Gibson?
I mean, Myles Gaskin did great. I mean, he was in the air, though. Antonio Gibson can go in the air. Devonta Booker did great against Carolina.
That's more the McKissick role, but
and he was on the ground.
I think Gibson can. I think he can as well. But I mean, you think about it. If you need wins right now, Patterson, Debo already have their bye weeks. So yeah, I get it. I'm just going Debo and Cordell if I need wins right now because I think Gibson can perform, but I don't think it's favorable for him to do that until week 12 onwards. So, you know what I'm saying?
You get what I'm saying, bro?
You know what I'm saying? All right, guys. I think that's it. I hope that helps, though.
I hope that helps. I think something special is going to happen this week.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm scared and I don't know what to do.
I think we'll end it there. I have to pee, and also the Virginia Cavaliers about to face the Pittsburgh college game. That's where I was born and raised, Virginia.
Yeah.
Used to watch those games, so I'm about to watch that game, and there's not really any questions anyway.
Now, hey guys, all love. Make sure you like, subscribe. Season's coming to that weird middle point where kind of everyone knows what they're doing.
Watch out for a Dynasty channel soon.
Yeah. They know what they're doing. They either know what they're doing or you're like 1-6 and you're like, you know what, the season is chalked. So, hey, all love. Make sure you stay tuned. Let's start thinking about next year already. Next year is already in. I'm thinking about it. I'm thinking about the draft. I'm thinking about who we're gonna get, where we're gonna be going. I mean, it's still another
Malik.
Another 8 games. Well, you trying to get Malik? You think Washington will get Malik?
I don't know. Maybe.
I don't know.
I mean, I'm more thinking about him in a dynasty perspective. Like, he's probably going to be the guy that I pick up if I get the first pick, Malik Willis.
Right.
He's the quarterback out of Liberty.
Yeah.
He looks like a Kyler Murray type build. It's a project, but I like him.
We'll see. We'll see what happens. But all love, y'all. Appreciate you, and we'll talk to you later.